Hello, I'm Lily. Thank you for joining me. This is my little channel where I like to share with you all my sewing creations and ideas and books and all sorts of things. I really like hand sewing, but I do some machine sewing as well, and I sometimes do little tutorials and I show you things are finished, in betweeny things as well, just what I've been up to during the week. I had last week off work and it was okay. It was February, so what do you expect with the weather? But it wasn't particularly cold. The spring broke on my car, so that was clonking away. So I had to try and get that to the garage and get that fixed. So that happened one day. Sunday, we have a cat called Holly, and she'd left all marks on the window. Because if you've got a cat and French doors or patio doors, does your cat do this to try and get in? Holly does. So, and it was looking quite muddy. The sun came out and oh, it looks really muddy. So I said to Neil, oh, that's annoying me. I'm going to have to do it now. I kind of hoped he'd do it, but he didn't. So I ran round to do it. I have to run everywhere, even though I'm not in a hurry. And went round the corner, and we've got a very higgledy-piggledy garden, things everywhere, steps everywhere. And there was a little table, which I'd put there, which looked really nice and got little flowers on it. Anyway, tripped over the leg, went flying, hurt my shin, knocked on the step, which was a bit of a jaggedy concrete sort of step thing, and then I went flying. Didn't hit my face, luckily. Didn't hurt my hands or anything. I've got a little cut on my hands, but at least I didn't hit my face or anything. So I got a poorly leg. I can walk on it, it's fine. It just bled a bit. Sorry, it didn't really. I'm sure you didn't join me to hear all this. Basically that was what the week was. So that's how it ended. That was the Sunday, the day before we went back to work. But the funny thing was, Neil was sitting in the sofa and the French doors were over there, and he sort of just saw me flying past, told me off, said, why have you got to run everywhere? So, as you can tell by how fast I'm talking, I'm a very speedy person. I run everywhere. If I've got a free day and I've got nothing to do, I'll still run everywhere. I don't know why. I've always done it. I've got to try and slow down. It was my birthday yesterday, but I was at work. I hadn't booked my birthday off Monday, but it was still nice, and Neil bought me a cake from the bakery, so I had that for my lunch. So it wasn't an amazing birthday, but it was still nice. It's still nice to have a birthday, isn't it? And I got some nice like cards and gifts and things, so that was nice. And then after work, I just did some English paper piecing. No partying for me, just English paper piecing. And one day last week as well, we also went to, there's a place near us in Norfolk called Horsey Gap in Norfolk, and it's famous. Well, no, it's famous, but there's a lot of seals there. So we went to see the seals, and I have made a little video. It's only a couple of minutes long. I'm going to pop that at the end, just some friendly seals in case you'd like to see that as well. I sometimes do little vloggy things, but not majorly, but try and put them all at the end so people aren't interested in anything I've been up to or vloggy things they don't have to watch if they don't want to. But yeah, this week we've got seals at the end, and I can't remember what else we did. We did have a nice week. It was okay, and it was nice to have a break from work. But I didn't get a lot of crafting done. Not really, not as much as I wanted to. But I have finished some things. So what should we start with? Should we start with the finished item? I was given some gorgeous fabric gifted to me from Angela. Thank you, Angela, if you're watching. And it was all hand dyed, and also some hand dyed thread, embroidery thread, which I have to say is the best thing I've ever used in my life. Angela, if you're watching, thank you so much. And I don't know if, Angela, can you tell me, do you sell the threads? Because I would buy some more. I've got loads left, but they're beautiful. I don't know if they do or not. I know the Attic Spin Dye is the yarn, but I don't know if they sell the threads. So if you're watching, Angela, could you let me know, because they're just gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. So I used jewel shaped English paper piecing pieces, and the whole thing is hand sewn. And it's a little mat for my keyboard. I put it on my work desk when I work from home, and so I put my keyboard on it. But it's also doubling up as a little mat for my sewing machine. So it's got two uses. That I probably will make something else, so I don't have to keep sharing it around. But anyway, I will show it to you. There it is. And you can see, I'll put a little bird on as well. And it's just got love. I finished it on Valentine's Day, and you can see it's got love all over the back as well. You can't really see the stitches on the back. You can a little bit. I forgot actually, because some of them, when I did the hand sewing of these, a couple of them I'd left a gap that was too big, so I just did a back stitch, and I thought I forgot, and it's on the back. You can see it on the back, can't you? It's because I'm not used to quilting really. But I didn't know how much I'd love quilting. I absolutely loved stitching that. It was brilliant. And I don't think I've really done a lot of hand quilting or anything. I can't remember if I have or not. Yes, I've done this kind of thing on here. I've done some like just around the edge of a hexie. I think that's probably it really. I think I did some machine on a quilt that I made, my first ever big quilt. And oh, I haven't got it to show you, but do you remember the lovely quilt and everyone that I'd made with all the embroidery on? And lots of you said about, you can quilt it now, you can quilt it now. It went really wrong. I don't know where it is. I think I put it away because I was going to hide it. I need to unpick it all. Because the wadding I'd used was so fat in the middle, when I started stitching, it puffed up, but not in a good way. It puffed up, and then it was bad. So I could hand quilt it, but at the moment it's out of the way, so I'm not going to show you now because I might cry. So I think it needs to be hand done, because you couldn't see when I showed you how thick it was. Lots of people said, oh, you can still quilt it, which I think if it had been thin like this, it would have been fine. But I'd used a really fat wadding, which probably wasn't even for quilts. I don't know what it was used for. It was about that fat. It felt like a duvet. So yeah, and then I kind of I was quilting it and quilting it and quilting it, and it got worse. It didn't get any better. And also my machine, even though I put a long stitch on, it still made it really tiny stitches. So, but I wasn't paying attention. I should have just tried a little bit. Thought, no, that's not working. Hand sew, it'll do something else. But I didn't. I just sewed it on, thinking, yes, it will work. It will be fine. It will get better. It will get better. But it didn't. So that will come out at a later date, and I will show you what it looks like and whether I'm going to hand sew it or not. But anyway, back to this one. Really, really happy with this. Really fun to make. Really unusual, all the colours and everything. I love all the pinks and the purples, and I think they're really lovely colours. And also the fact that he's got little tie-dye ones, and because I know they're all hand-dyed. I think they were from old bed linen. So yeah, and lovely, lovely, lovely embroidery. Not embroidery, thread. So that makes me happy. When I've got my little keyboard out, I can put that on there and I can see a little bit of stitching. So even though I'm working in a non-creative job, I can still think, stitches. And also, very much for me, if I go through stages where I'm not really in the mood to do anything, or I think, oh, I can't, not like I bothered, but oh, I've got to get all the stuff out and everything. Although I do try and get little projects ready, laid around the house ready for me. But if I haven't, or I think, oh, I'm not really in the mood, just seeing a little bit like this kind of set something off. Like, yeah, I want to do some now. I want to do some now. So that sort of helps me to get in. As soon as I'm doing it, I love it. It's just sometimes the kind of not getting round to doing it, if that makes sense. I've also, this is just super quick. I'm going to show you this because I'm going to be making I've got some tweed here that I was kindly gifted, and well, I've got 2 gifted things I'm making this week, haven't I? I feel lucky I'm gifted different things. And I'm going to make an outdoor picnic blanket, kind of sit on blanket while I'm out and about with my stitching in the summer. All I've done so far is stitch them together. But as I said to you last time, if you're watching, I had 3 long strips of tweed, and this is a gorgeous tweed. I don't know whether I've cut some off to keep only little squares like this, but they've got the labels on. But some of it was from Savile Row. It's just a really, really expensive tweed, and I have washed it. I stitched it, I've washed it. You're probably not even supposed to put it in the washing. I hand washed it and then spun dried it. I didn't spin dry it, I just dried it. You know when you put it on so it spins it, not like a tumble dryer, it just spins it, so a lot of the water was taken out. Then it's been blowing on the line for about 2 days, and so you can see, excuse the raggedy edges, but they won't be like that when it's finished. So there we've got, it actually worked out into quite a nice shape for a blanket, just sewing the 3 together. It's going to be like that. And then I'm not sure, I'm going to be doing a lot of, oh, so I talk to you, I'm standing up. I'm going to be using English paper piecing hexie flowers, couple, maybe 2 or 3 different sizes. And I'm going to be adding them in either a wreath, like a circle shape with nothing in the middle, or it might be an oval wreath. Yeah, it's not much, obviously, it doesn't look much at the moment, but I am going to be giving you updates as I go along doing it, because some weeks I wouldn't show you anything because I haven't, a lot of the things I'm doing, I'll do a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of this. So I do tend to show you as I'm doing bits of things. I hope that's okay. Does that make sense? Right, I've also got a new book. So I love this book. I haven't read it all, and I do like to read a book from cover to cover, and I will do so. I've just flicked through it. The book is called All Points Patchwork, English Paper Piecing Beyond the Hexagon for Quilts and Small Projects, which I'm mainly focusing on small projects. And it's by Diane, I think it's Gilland rather than Gilliland. I don't know how it's pronounced. But there's the front of it. And there's the back. And okay, so I haven't read all the book. However, I have had a good flick through, and it's brilliant. There's a few projects at the end, but it's not really for the projects. It just gives you loads and loads of information how to I'll just read out some of the inspiration for your own designs. There's building your own EPP patterns. I'll show you a few of some of the pictures. And how to applique by hand, removing basting. So it goes through everything you need to know, really. And I think this is really helpful. Shows you how to baste all the different shapes you're doing in the right direction. Tells you all about each shape you can use, everything you need. Oh, I missed that page. I like that bag. I'm going to show you this bag actually. A little bag there. So really nice and gives you lots of inspiration. And I think it's good if you like planning your own projects. Just give you a few ideas. But yes, I do like to share. If I buy a nice book, I do like to share it with you. Because if you're anything like me, you love books. I love books. I like watching tutorials and YouTube and getting inspiration from that. But I also really enjoy just an old-fashioned book as well. And I've also been working on, I placed an order with Sew and Quilt, which I would really recommend if you just want some shapes to use for English paper piecing, the piecing shapes, the paper shapes. They do a massive supply, and what I hadn't realised was that they do little blocks. There wasn't loads on there, but I've got a block because I've never made a block before, not a proper one. I've kind of done hexies and stuff, but not really a proper block. So I ordered this one, which I think I can show you because it's just a picture. This is just a picture from the website, so I think it's okay to show it to you like that. So I ordered that, and it came with all the shapes and enough to make 4 or 5 of the blocks, maybe more. And I've started that. I spent ages humming and hawing about what fabric to use. I couldn't really decide, because for me, for this kind of thing, like I'm quite good with colours and making them look okay together and matching colours up. I found it quite hard because I couldn't tell what it was going to look like until I'd laid it all out, really. But I've done a corner. What the fabric I'm using is, I think I bought 4 or 5 fat quarters a while ago from a local shop actually, and they are all Tilda. They are Tilda fabrics. So I'm going to show you some of them, and I'll show you the bit of the block I've done so far. So these are the colours that I'm using. So those ones I have, and I've sort of half stitched this bit here as well, as you can see, and I've got all the whites done. And here's the first block, which I'm really proud of. Look at that, proper block. I'll show you the other side because I'm not ashamed of the back of my work. I don't know what I'm going to make with it, to be honest. It's just me learning, teaching myself, making things, how to make a block basically. So I'll have a think about it. Sometimes I might not make anything with it straight away, but I'm kind of practicing with that. So that's been really good fun to make, and working with completely different shapes, because I do normally just do the hexies. I've done obviously the mat was the, I keep wanting to call them diamonds, but they're not diamonds, are they? Jewels, that's it. I want to call them crystals as well. I don't want to call them crystals. Jewel shapes. So yes, really enjoyable and fun. And I don't know whether I'd ever get into machine sewing this kind of thing, or whether with the foundation paper piecing where it's similar, it looks similar, but you do it all on the machine, because I'm really into hand sewing at the moment. I think especially doing the hand sewing on the computer mat, I really enjoyed it. And I think because I've been just concentrating on sewing at the moment, it's allowed me to kind of just breathe a bit and just think, right, and just relax with it. And if you've watched me for a long time, you will know I've mentioned slow stitching loads. I'm always, slow stitching is supposed to be so good for you, isn't it? And I've tried when you just get random bits of fabric and just stitch them together, and it's relaxing, but I don't find that relaxing, because my mind is saying, well, you need to put this here, and that doesn't, I'm going to have to be a bit more structured with it, otherwise I don't enjoy it, I don't find it relaxing. It's kind of the opposite for me. So something like that is more my kind of slow stitching, and it is really relaxing and also satisfying, and I'm getting a sense of achievement, and I'm enjoying seeing what it looks like as well. So I definitely want to do more of that kind of thing in the future. So I'm waiting for some fabric, but it hasn't come, so I'm going to have to, I don't like emailing. You know, when something doesn't come and you feel really guilty, I feel like, oh, I'm sure, but it's been 2 weeks, and I did say they're busy, so it might take a week when I ordered it, but because it's been 2 weeks today, I think that's a bit too long. I think I need to email them really and say, oh, I haven't got it, but then I'll be extra nice about it because I feel really guilty. So I haven't got that to show you, and that was going to be something I was going to be making with the hexies here. I don't know if they are or not. I think they're upstairs. I've got some hexies that I've made with all these fabrics, which I have shown you before. So yeah, it was just like a little zip and a few other bits, but as I said, they haven't come, so I'm going to email. I don't mind that they haven't come. I'm sure they're either on the way to me, or they've got lost or something. So I'm not angry about it, but I'll just have to email and say, oh, we know, where are they? Because you can't wait forever, can you, I guess. So as you can tell, I've got lots and lots to work on. Also, when I ordered the block, I ordered some other shapes as well. So honestly, I'm not sponsored by the shop or anything, but if you are into English paper piecing or you want to give it a try, I would definitely recommend you have a little look, because I think these £2 or £3, I think, for a pack. Obviously you can make your own, and if I had more time, I probably would make my own for some things. Actually, I'm going to show you one more thing. As I'm talking about making your own, I've got this week's Patchwork and Quilting magazine, and it had these in. This is mine. It came with a little metal one, but I've just got this for myself. It came with all these shapes, which you can then use to draw around and make your own shapes. So I just thought I'd mention it in a little bag. I just thought I'd mention it because sometimes it's handy. I tend to sometimes look at the magazines and they're quite expensive, aren't they? But then if you've got something with them that I'm likely to use, then, or a pattern or something in them that I really want, then I will buy one. So I'll just see if there's anything in here that I like the look of. I've got some blocks in the back. I've got like a hexie square there. Oh yes, that's why I bought it as well. They've got the little scissor case and that as well, like a little fold over case. So because I'm a bit obsessed actually with making little things to keep all my things in. All my English paper piecing things, I just love making cute little things to put everything in. So what I'll be doing next is making cute bags to put my cute bags in. I'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. A bag to put the bag in, a bag to get the bag in. So I've got lots on at the moment, but all nice little projects that I can just pick up and work on, and I can't wait to, in the summer, this will be finished hopefully. Actually, I keep saying it's going to be finished. There's going to be a lot of hexies, isn't there, to make that, put them all on there. Sitting outside, having a little picnic with my stitching. I can't wait. And I'm looking forward to some warm weather because it has been really cold, but at least the sun's out today. That's one thing. So I appreciate you watching if you have. If you haven't, you won't know that I'm saying this anyway. I hope you're all keeping well. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I will see you all. Try and do them weekly, so I will see you all hopefully in a week. And if you're interested in seeing the little seals, big seals, a little bit of footage there, stay for a bit longer and you can see them. But I will see you again in a week's time. Take care, have a lovely week,